All right, it's time for us to finish up our video. Let's look at part 2. Underline the verbals, enclose the entire phrase in parentheses, and punctuate as needed. So what's different this time is we're also looking at punctuation. So scouring the island, we searched hidden. So this one is actually our verb. Hidden, this one's easy. This one's the participle. Modifying treasure. This one's also a participle, but we have an entire phrase, scouring the island, and this modifies we. Now, we have to put a comma here because anytime we put anything in front of our independent clause, we have to separate it with a comma. So that's a pretty easy rule. All right, next one. The prancing horses appeared excited yet disciplined. Prancing, participle. Appeared, oh, that's our main verb. Another participle and another participle. So we have 3 adjectives all modifying horses. We know that this one's a linking verb, so that these are subject complements. All right, next one. Annoyed students representing all 4 grades stood at the edge of the meeting, hoping for the chance to speak. I'm looking at this meeting again, which was just like building we saw before, which looks like it was one to gerund. I guess it's a gerund. I'm going to ignore it because I can do that if I want to. All right, let's see. The annoyed students, here's our main verb. Annoyed, here's a participle modifying students. Representing, another participle. Representing all 4 grades. Again, modifying students. Hoping, this another participle, modifying students, for their chance to speak. Finally, we get something different, an infinitive. What kind of chance? A chance to speak. So this one is an adjective. All right, so punctuation. Here we have this participial phrase, and we have to figure out if it's restrictive or non-restrictive. The annoyed students. So are there some students that aren't representing the grades, in which case we need this, or are all the students from the 4 grades? And they are. So the annoyed students stood at the edge. That's the same students. They're not just special ones that represent all 4 grades. So this is just kind of extra information. Stood at the edge of the meeting. Now we have to put a comma here because we have to be able to disconnect this from all these other nouns. We have meeting, edge, grades. So we have to let this move back up here. So that comma goes there. All right, let's see. Number 14. Scheduled has been postponed to give to subside. All right, this one's our actual verb, and it is passive voice. So this one's a participle. Scheduled for this weekend, we have an entire phrase. Has been postponed. Now we have 2 infinitives. This one, in order to give, all right, I can tell this one is adverbial. Time for the current COVID surge to subside. This one is tricky, but if I take out, I'm just going to take out this prep phrase to see if this helps me. To give time to subside. So it's what kind of time? So this one is adjectival. To give time to subside. All right. Now I have branches tapping on the windows, make an eerie sound. Here's my verb. Tapping is a participle. And tapping on the windows, all right, modifies branches. This one, make it modify time. Now the question is, is it restrictive or non-restrictive? Do all branches make an eerie sound or just the ones tapping on the window? And I think it's just the ones tapping on the windows. So it is restrictive, no commas. All right, Nadia performing fell. So this one's my verb. That means this one is the participle, and it's a phrase performed on the parallel bars. Okay, is it restrictive or non-restrictive? Are there multiple Nadias? No, there's only one Nadia on the team, in which case this is not necessary. I can set it off with commas. It just happens to tell us what she was doing, describing her at the moment of her fall. So this modifies Nadia. All right, two more. The magician sadly left the children disappointed. All right. Here is our verb. The magician sadly left the children. Now we have this participle. Now, without a comma, this modifies the children. So he left the children disappointed. But because of this, their lack of enthusiasm, we know it's supposed to be the magician. So we need a comma here. The magician sadly left the children disappointed by their lack of enthusiasm. Without that comma, it completely changes the meaning. Last one, the families huddled together in the covered stands to watch the soccer match. So here's our main verb. The families huddled together in the covered stands. This is a participle. To watch, infinitive. The families huddled together in the covered stands in order to watch the soccer match. So this one must be adverbial. And no special punctuation. I think we're done. If you have any questions, please let any of your teachers know. If I've made any mistakes or you disagree with any answers, definitely let me know. Thank you for your time. See you later.